In the last class, we have discussed about oscillators. So today's class, we will discuss about the MOSFET amplifier configuration. This is also one of the topic which we have in Module 2, MOSFET amplifier configuration. Already we know how a MOSFET is constructed and how it works and what are the different types of the MOSFET we are having. The D MOSFET, E MOSFET, we have among that again we are having N channel and P channel MOSFET we are having. But when it comes to the configuration, there are three types of configurations we are having with respect to the MOSFET. So the three basic configuration what we have is, so basic configurations as we have CE, CV, CC. Here also we'll have common source configuration, common gate configuration, common drain configuration. So in the common source configuration, here the source will be common but for the both input and the output. So CS. First we'll look into CS. So this is the drain resistance we are having. This is the common source configuration we are having, where this is your this part, this is your output circuit and this is your input circuit. Okay, since this emitter terminal is common for both input and the output, sorry, not the emitter terminal, that is the source. Source terminal is common for both input and the output. It is known as common source configuration. The same way, we have common gate configuration. The common gate configuration, or sometimes they'll discuss it as common gate amplifier also. So in the common gate amplifier or common gate configuration, so we will be having the gate as the common terminal for the input and the output. So this is the input we are having. Here we take the output and we have RD, the external drain resistance we are having. So here the gate terminal is common for input and the output. So the name common gate configuration. In the same way, the next one is common drain configuration. So in the common drain configuration, we'll be having the drain will be common for both the circuits, that is input circuit as well as the output circuit. In this case, we give the input to the base, that is the gate terminal, and the drain will be common for both the output and input. So this is the output we are having. So this is the common drain configuration because this is input circuit and this is the output circuit we are having. So these are the three configurations we are having. So before going on to the actual the configuration, the circuit analyzation, we have to study some of the characteristics. The characteristics with respect to this. So among that characteristics, we have Rin, that is input resistance. So input resistance, how we are going to find the input resistance in this case? The input resistance is obviously, it depends upon what kind of configuration you are using. If you are using common gate configuration, then the input will be different. I mean, in all the previous cases, we were considering, we are giving the input to the gate, and since the gate resistance is very high, all those things we were discussing. But here, based upon the configurations, based upon the type of biasing you are doing, your input resistance will be different. That's why we write a general equation for input resistance as VI by II. So input voltage by input current. So this is the general the resistance formula for the input. So it can be any voltage to any terminal. I mean, whether you are going to use common gate configuration, common source configuration, or common drain configuration, anything. But this is the generalized equation we are having. So input resistance is equal to input voltage by input current. In the same way, if you are going, suppose you want to find out the input signal, or if you want to write an equation for input voltage Vi, if you want to write for this Vi, okay. So for input voltage Vi, so whenever we consider input voltage Vi, see, if this is the supply we are having, and after that you'll have some source or series resistance you'll be having, which will consider it as a protective resistor, and after that you'll be having the MOSFET. So the resistance which is connected in series will be the signal resistance, R6. We call it a signal resistance. The input is V6. This is the signal voltage, signal input voltage. This is the series signal resistance. So which is going to act as a protective resistance for this transistor. So now here we cannot take Vi as V6 directly. Vi is what actually which is entering at this particular terminal, because since you are having resistance here, some amount of voltage drop will be experienced at the R6. So that's why the voltage here will be considered as the actual input Vi. Okay. So in order to find this Vi, we have a formula Rin divided by Rin plus Rsig into Vc. It is just the voltage divider, the formula we are considering, where Rin is the actual input of the MOSFET, input resistance of the MOSFET. R signal is the signal resistance, external signal resistance which we are connecting. V signal is the main source. So by voltage divider rule, we can find it out. The next, after this, the next parameter what we will be discussing is the output circuit voltage gain. So output, or we can call it as open circuit voltage gain. So the open circuit voltage gain is taken as AVO. AVO is equal to V naught by Vi, output voltage by input voltage. So this is the formula for output voltage by input voltage. Since we are considering the open circuit voltage gain. The open circuit voltage gain means in this case the load resistance is considered to be infinity. The load resistance is considered to be infinity because when we consider, say we have, let us take, there is some circuit here and you want to measure the voltage across this. What is this voltage? You don't have any resistance here, but still you will take a voltmeter and you are going to measure this. So this is the open circuit voltage. So open circuit voltage means here there is no resistance because there is no connection here. So in this case, we consider the resistance to be infinity. So that is what we are considering here. Considering the load resistance to be infinity, since it is open circuit voltage gain, the gain is given by V naught by Vi. In the same way, we have output resistance. The output resistance is R naught, and this output resistance R naught can be given as V naught by I naught. So what is I naught? The terminal which is tending outside or tending towards the output side, or where we are going to collect the output, that will become the that current which is flowing in that particular terminal will become this current. So if you are taking the current across the source, then this current will be source current. This will be the source voltage. If you are taking the voltage across drain, then it will be drain current and this will be drain voltage. If you are taking we don't have any possibility of taking the voltage across the gate. Only two possibilities: either we can take across the input and across the uh, drain terminal, or across the source terminal we can take the output. So the output current will be usually the source current or drain current. These are the two possibilities we are having. And V naught is either it might be source voltage or drain voltage. So by substituting this, we will be able to find out the output resistance. In the same way, suppose instead of just getting R naught, if you have a load resistance, say R naught is what is the actual resistance offered here. We are not considering the load. Without considering the load, this is the output resistance. Without considering the load, please remember R naught is the resistance without considering the load. So if you are going to consider the load, then so when you consider the load, you know that load RL and the R naught, both of them appears to be parallel. They appears to be parallel. When they appears to be parallel, then again you know that voltage, the output voltage is measured across the load resistance. It is measured across the load resistance. To measure the voltage across the load resistance, then again what you have to uh, find is, again you need to consider our voltage divider rule, or the one more thing what you can do is we can apply the KVL to the outermost loop. Okay, it depends upon the kind of circuit you will be using. So here in this case, in order to find the voltage, the output voltage, when RL is considered along with the R naught. R naught is what? The resistance which is offered by the MOSFET at the output terminal. RL is the external load what we are connecting. But actually total resistance will be the parallel combination of RL and R naught. If this kind of situation arises, then it is better to analyze with respect to the small signal model, and then we can get the equation for the output. So in the module 1, already we have studied the small signal model where we are discussing about RE model, hybrid pi model I was telling. So similar way, in the same way, even we can write the small signal model for MOSFET also. And also in module 1, we have already studied the small signal model for MOSFET also. So keeping that in mind, we can rewrite the normal our normal MOSFET, whatever we are having, that MOSFET can be reconstructed, or we can tell this is the equivalent circuit for our MOSFET. So whatever the MOSFET circuit we have, this is the equivalent circuit. So whatever MOSFET is going to do, the same thing this equivalent circuit is going to do. And the same way, we'll be having an dependent source P naught, and this is the R naught, this is the RL you're having, and the current which is moving out is I naught, and the current which is coming here is II. So this is our AV naught into VI. So this indicates that the voltage across this is depending on the input. This is our actual, this is our signal voltage. So actual input is what? The voltage, whatever we get across the input resistance. As I was telling, since our signal is connected, these two are not in exact, even though they appears to be parallel, they'll be not having any, they'll not have the same voltages. They'll have different voltages, because in between these two, there is one more resistance which is going to drop some amount of voltage. Because of that drop in some amount of voltage, the voltage across R in will be VI. So because of this VI, so now this VI will be acting as input from the input circuit. So input voltage from the input circuit. This is the input circuit, this is the output circuit. So this is VI is the actual input that is being fed to the circuit. Signal voltage might be fed, but there is a drop across the resistance. Because of that, some amount only, some part will be lost here, remaining thing will be fed as input to the circuit. That we are going to illustrate as VI. And here again at the output side, we are having AV naught into VI. So this indicates that the voltage across this one, this is a source, dependent source. The dependent source voltage is dependent on VI. So it is depending on VI with a gain, some gain it is going to add on some gain. Now, if you want to get the output voltage in this case, then we have to write the equation. Say now we want the output voltage here. So again here the output voltage where we are taking we are taking is across the RL. Write down the equation. V naught is equal to, again voltage divider rule only will be used here. So what are the resistance we are having? R naught and RL we are having. So RL divided by RL plus R naught. So what is the voltage which is appearing here, or what is the voltage which is going to be acting as the main source for this circuit? The voltage which is acting as main source is AV naught into VI. AV naught into VI. So write down AV naught into VI. So this is how we will be finding the voltage across the load. When some particular load resistance is being given, then we have to apply like this according to the small signal model. And again, as you know, the voltage gain is normal V naught by Vi. But there is one more factor apart from this. There is one more factor that is called as overall voltage gain. The overall voltage gain. So this overall voltage gain is given by GV, and this will be equal to V naught by V6. The overall voltage gain, it involves the the signal what you are going to apply. It is just considering how much we applied at the signal side, that means from the signal generator, and how much we are getting at the output. Okay, so that's why. But what is VI? VI is the actual voltage which is supplied to the transistor. But what is V signal? It is the voltage which is supplied from the signal generator. That is the difference. VI, we get VI after losing some amount of voltage as a voltage drop across R signal, as we have seen in the last figure. So after losing some part of voltage across the signaling resistance, we are going to get this one. We are going to get VI. But what is V signal? It is the total voltage applied from the signal generator. Okay. So this is the formula. Again, this V naught by V signal can also be written in terms of, we can also try to write it in terms of V naught by Vi. So how we can write? We can split it up. V naught by Vi into Vi by V signal. So what I'm doing, I'm just multiplying and dividing by Vi. So I'm just multiplying and dividing by Vi. So when V naught by Vi is given, you know that V naught by Vi is our open circuit voltage gain. So AV naught, or it is just AV into the, and apart from this we are having VI by V signal. So for V signal, VI and V signal also, we can apply the equation whatever we have already obtained, or we can write it as Vi by V signal. Okay. So this is about the overall voltage gain. After this, the next part is, from next topic onwards, we'll study the common source amplifiers. So we'll be starting with common source amplifier, where the source is common. So in overall, here in common source, common drain, whatever the amplifier we are going to study, the main intention is we have to write the circuit. We'll be writing the circuit and we will be explaining it. And the same way in exam also, these are the steps that need to be followed. And after that, you have to write one by one equation for the characteristics. What are the characteristics we studied till now? We studied about input resistance. We studied about the open circuit voltage. We studied about voltage gain. We studied about overall voltage gain, GB. We studied about R naught. Okay, so these are all different parameters of the parameters related to the characteristics of the amplifier. So the same thing here in the common when we discuss with respect to common source amplifier, we have to write each individual equation. R in, what is the R in for this particular amplifier? What is V naught? What is VGS? What is AV naught? What is R naught? So if you write this much, then you are done with the common source amplifiers. The circuit explanation, equation, derivation. Some equations can be directly written by seeing the circuit. Some equations we have to derive them by applying KVL.